Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Nikki here, and today I have a really quick video on what you can do with all those pretty tiny leftover scraps. Hands up if you are remotely like me and really struggle to throw out pretty bits of paper. Even if they're just little strips like this or little squares, I always think, oh, I might be able to find something to do with them, and my tub of little scraps grows bigger and fuller, and I went, okay, we need to come up with a plan. So I had this idea. I am doing the 100-day project, and I am doing 100 days of backgrounds. So I had this beautiful bright orange piece of paper. What I've done is I grabbed 100 sheets of damaged paper, scrap paper, all sorts of papers that I knew I would never actually use in any other shape or form. I popped them in a folder and I'm transforming them into something I can actually use. So, and I'm trying to, well, I have not spent a cent doing this. I am only using things in my stash, and I am trying to do it in the order of the papers that I put in the folder. So I stared at this bright orange piece and had no idea what to do with it. And I was so tempted to just hide it back down at the bottom of the pile and move on to something that was a little easier. But I went, no, we need to do something. So what I did, I grabbed lots of little leftover pieces of paper that were in my scrap box, and I grabbed a punch and I cut out lots of little squares. Now, if you don't have a square hole punch, you might have a round one. You could do it with circles. You could cut them by hand, and if you wanted them all perfectly sized, you could cut a little template and then just cut around it. This is an easy project you can do while you're sitting and watching TV at night or something like that, but it can use up some of those little scraps. So all I did was glued them onto my orange paper, and this is now a great masterboard that I can either photocopy to use when making journals, or I can simply cut it up as it is, which I may well do because I cut so many of my little squares. I can make more sheets of this. So anyone can do this. All you need to do is be able to wield a trusty glue stick. Now, just a couple of quick tips. Don't sit there. Well, you can if you want to, but if you want to speed it up, don't sit there and, put glue on each piece and stick it down. What I did was I did a section at a time, and I just popped some glue down, and then I found, especially the very first piece, just to make sure it goes right into the corner where you want it, I found using a pair of tweezers very helpful. Then after that, look, I didn't even really bother with those too much. And then you just stick and plonk and stick and stick. And I find I could do like 4 or 5 in a row, and then I would just add some more glue. One thing I did find, my fingers sort of got a little bit sticky because, there is glue a little bit underneath and on the side. So just keep a wet cloth handy so that you can just give your fingers a little wipe every now and then, because you want to stick the paper down, not have it continually lifting back up because it's adhering to your sticky fingers. So that's how easy it is. And think of all the little scraps you could use up. You can theme them. A lot of these scraps were left over from a junk journal I had just finished, and they do coordinate together quite nicely. But look, it doesn't matter. You can do it however you like. And then what I did when I finished that row, I went down to the second one, put glue down, and what I did was made sure I sort of glued a little bit on top of the row that is above it. Not to stick my papers down in that fashion, but it just sort of helps seal that row above and helps them stick down a little better. So there we go. That is how easy it is to make a masterboard which you can then photocopy, or I might just cut this one directly up and put it through my die cut machine and make some pretty tags, hand cut them. This would also make a great journal cover. It's relatively thick because this is cardstock, not paper, but it is still nice and pliable, so I could easily use that to make a cover, or I can cut it up and turn it into pockets. It doesn't matter. It's just a fun way to use up some pretty scraps instead of throwing them in the bin. And great thing to do if you're feeling a little bit creatively stuck, or you just don't know what project to tackle next. Get your scraps out and have a little play with this. Hope you enjoyed this really quick video. And if you have any questions, pop them down in the box below. If you're new to this channel, I would love it if you would subscribe for planning and paper crafting videos. And until next time, please stay safe, stay healthy. Bye for now.